Ian, I have a question for you.
I love your questions. They're my favorite thing of the week.
Good. I'm glad they are. How much on a scale of 1 to 8 does the following phrase bother you?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. We'll say blank thing lives in my head rent free.
This video lives in my head rent free.
Yep. You guys say it in the TikTok.
I kind of did, right?
Yeah, that was good. That helps. So, yeah.
How much does it bother me? Mm-hmm. I don't think it bothers me that much. It does now, all of a sudden. I don't know why. It definitely didn't bother me 10 minutes ago, but it is not a good phrase. It's irritating.
For me, what had happened is I never really consciously thought about the phrase. Like you see it all the time, you know, on the socials. But I was talking to my family earlier this week, and I jokingly, kind of like in a funny, ironic way, said it, you know? And then as it was coming out of my mouth, I realized how much I hate it. And I was like, I wish I could undo saying that.
It really doesn't make sense because nothing lives in your head.
It doesn't live there, you guys.
Nothing lives in your head, period. And nothing pays rent either.
Right. So it's not an expectation to be paying rent when something's in your head.
No.
So you shouldn't have to say rent
when
free.
I'm like, I'm going to memorize your phone number, but you're going to have to pay me for it.
It's going to have to pay rent every month to live in my head. Else I'm going to forget.
Since it's your phone number.
That would be interesting if you could pay to keep something in your head without forgetting. Can you imagine?
That would be interesting. What would you do? What would you do if you could keep one thing in your head all your life, but you had to pay for it? Would it be a memory? Mine would maybe be a memory. But what memory?
Wait. A memory?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the concept of memory. I'm like, no, that's the idea we're talking about.
No. Mine would be a memory, but I don't know what memory because I probably forgot the memory that I want to keep. How much would it cost?
What if you could get something back, but you didn't even know what it was? So because you couldn't
just
even
like
think
a mystery box.
This could be something stupid.
Buy this $10
cool.
mystery box to unlock your deepest desires.
There'd be different levels to this. You know, you pay $1, and you can get some random memory. Chances are it's not going to be a good one,
right?
Because it's just
chewing.
Yeah, it's like yesterday I
opened.
Exactly.
It's just like that.
Or there's different tiers. You know, you pay $10 and you're guaranteed to get epic quality or better. Then you go up, it's platinum. Up higher than that's legendary. You know,
legendary memory. Like
this is
like your first breath. Like
at this point, I'm doing it like when you can buy a character in a mobile game.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It's like a legendary is 100,000 gems.
100,000. You can buy 300,000 gems for $50. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TRP, the recap podcast with your host, Colin, and your guest host, Ian.
Oh, I thought we were doing the thing where we said each other's names, but you just said both.
This is my part of the show. So
dang it. You're the guest host.
You can stop talking now.
But you're still doing the intro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Right out of the gate, I just wanted to mention our drinks. Okay. This is Colin's idea for a segment, but I thought I would take it from him and explain it.
But if it's not good, then it was my doing.
Yeah, right. So basically, nobody cares. But if you've been watching the podcast,
that's the whole concept of a podcast.
You probably noticed if you're watching the podcast that I have a drink every week. Colin sometimes has a drink, sometimes doesn't. But we thought we'd let you know what we are drinking from week to week because nobody asked, but. If people did ask, then we wouldn't be here because people have asked for us to not be here. So
it's true. It's true.
I didn't plan on saying that, but this is the final episode. No, it's not.
It's not.
We're here for many,
we're going to do a finale still. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's next week for sure.
We're going to get to that finale eventually. No, but this week, Colin shot me a text probably an hour ago.
Yeah.
Hour 30 ago, maybe.
And
he said, "Hey, dude, do you want something from Sonic?" And I said, "Dude, I would love a cherry limeade." And he grabbed me.
That's the exact tone you sent it into. That's how I read it.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, so I got a cherry limeade here from Sonic. We love cherry limeades. Colin actually likes strawberry limeades, don't you?
I think they're both good. I'm more of a strawberry limeade kind of guy.
I like the taste of the cherry one better.
I mean, I like both, but the taste is what really does it for me with cherry.
Taste of the cherry, you know? Actually, if I could pick cherry or strawberry, I think as a fruit to have forever, like one goes away and one stays, I would pick cherry to stay.
So you get rid of strawberry between the two.
Correct. And I love strawberries, but cherries are a much more like, I don't know. In my head, I can do so much more with a cherry than I can with a strawberry. And I know that's not really true, but I don't. I like.
What do you mean? Do more with it? What are you doing besides eating it?
Well, I like cherry pie way better than strawberry pie. I like cherry juice way better than strawberry juice because I don't think that's
I don't know
really
if I've ever had strawberry juice. Might be good.
It might be, but it's probably not.
Yeah. Okay.
I like cherries better than strawberries. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. We always. This is weird, but I always think of cherries as like a camping food. Because that's like the main time we have a lot of them, and it's fun because it's just something to do. You know, you spit out the seed or whatever.
I will chew on it. I legitimately sucked on a cherry pit for like 8 to 10 hours before.
That's a little weird.
In other news, Colin.
Yeah.
How was your week, man?
It's been great. Cool. So, how about you? I'm just kidding. I can talk about it a little bit.
Please do. I feel like I've talked this whole episode.
Big thing I've been working on is we're recording this on Monday. This coming Sunday at church, we're doing a family service.
Cool.
Like we always do. But for the lesson, we're doing like a Bible story or whatever video. And I'm doing like a Lego stop motion video for that.
That's cool.
And it's super fun, but it's an extremely time consuming process.
I can imagine.
Because if you don't know what stop motion is, it's like you take a picture, move the thing a little bit, take another picture, and then you play them back really fast, and it looks like it's moving.
Yeah. You used to do a lot of those back in the day.
I'm doing it, get a little nerdy with it. I'm doing it at 10 frames per second, which means like every second is like 10 pictures. So it's like, I can't.
That makes sense.
My point is, I can't stress enough how long this process is.
I didn't know how that worked. 10 frames per second is 10 pictures.
Yeah. It's like when you watch a video on your phone and it's 30 frames per second.
Right.
That means 30 individual frames are going by every second.
Oh, that is cool. Mm-hmm. It's like so self-explanatory. And I never put it together. Probably because I just didn't care enough.
Yeah.
No, but that's a cool thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to see it on the podcast?
It probably won't be done.
But like by next week, maybe.
Maybe. I can definitely link it. No, it probably won't be online, but we'll do something.
Basically, if we get 3 people that say you want to see it, we'll find
a way.
If nobody says anything, then you guys don't care about us anyway. So
maybe, yeah. Gonna come up with something to say there, but then I just couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, I've been working on my improv.
Oh, really?
I actually got complimented on it today, which was cool. And it was such a bad joke. So, and it wasn't really, and it's not even funny to you guys, but I'll tell you what it is just so it makes sense. But, I was working this morning and my boss, came in late. So we were there and we were working and, another trade was walking by and so my boss wasn't there, but also one of my other coworkers wasn't there. And this coworker is just kind of a goofball. Like he just jokes around, jumps. Maybe I've talked about him. His name's Tommy. I don't know if I've talked about him, but it doesn't matter. But he wasn't there, and he's just kind of a goofball, and everybody knows it. And this other trade walked by, and he said, like, "Where's the boss at today?" And I looked at him. I said, "Tommy," like that. And I knew that he was not talking about Tommy, but I said Tommy, and my brother who was there laughed a lot, and he was like, "Dude, that was so quick! Like you did that so quick. How'd you do that?" And I was like, "I've been working on my improv for the pod.
There you go.
For the pod.
It's for the
pod. I do it for you guys." So Colin can be like, "Hey, Ian, what's this?" And then I just be like, "Boom, right there, rapid fire, baby, rapid fire."
It's good stuff.
Yeah, man. Anything else going on in your week?
Not really. Nothing huge.
Nothing huge.
How about you?
Huge things going on for me, man. Huge. Spectacular, terrific, huge, tremendous. I feel like he says the biggest words.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. No, not huge things going on in my week, but I just thought that like I started writing down life recap stuff so I don't have to sound like I literally do nothing in a week.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But
sound like I do nothing. No, I don't. I'm saying I don't write it down, so I sound like I do nothing.
Right, but
also I
like,
do nothing.
I don't know. I just thought that it would be like whatever to just do little things. But one thing that's really weird that I thought I'd see, and I want people's opinions on this, like if you know why this is happening, because my family can't figure it out. But there are box elder bugs everywhere in my house.
That is weird.
And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere.
We saw one on the ring light last episode.
Yeah, we did
at the end.
Okay, like the past week, I'm not kidding you. I've grabbed probably 2 off my arm every night while I'm in bed.
Oh,
yeah, it could be
gross.
crawling on my arm. I'm like, I found one in my hair.
Oh my gosh!
While I was sleeping, it's so gross, and it's like we can't figure out where they're coming from. It's not like
someone's leaving the door open. All
the
day.
window's open. Like, no, the windows are not open. The doors are closed. Like, and we can't figure out where they're coming from. And also, like, there's getting less and less in the house because it's getting colder again, and then it warms up, and then it gets cold. So they like kind of die.
It seems like there's certain years where they're really bad.
Right, where they like cover garage doors and stuff. Yeah. But this isn't one of those years.
Huh.
And they're everywhere.
And where they get in? It's the bigger question.
I don't know. Dude, today I found one in the shower on my loofah.
Oh.
And I didn't like scrub it into my body, but I found it. And I was like, what the heck is this?
That could have happened. If I
went to scrubbed it into my pores.
This box elder bug could have been all over me.
That is something. That would be something.
A ground up box elder bug everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere.
So that one's just like a weird little life update that we can't figure out. So if you guys know where they're coming from, let me know the room that they're getting in the spot in my house.
What else you got?
Well, I've been. That one can be next. No, I'm gonna do it now.
Do it now.
I've been studying the Bible a little bit recently.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Which is just like fun for me, right? I enjoy it. But dude, I started studying. I know you know what these is. I don't know how much you know about them, but the Nephilim.
Yeah.
Wild, dude. Why? Can you explain them to our listeners?
Well, okay. So I don't think there's some debate about them,
Yeah.
About like
there are
the nature
I know
of
quite
them.
a bit about them now.
But from a very literal reading, it seems like they're the children that were had by like fallen angels or demons, right? Yep. And humans.
Right. They're the offspring of.
Yeah. So they're half people, half demon / angel. I don't know. Same species, I guess.
Yeah. The literal reading says the sons of God had children with the daughters of
the earth.
The earth. Yeah. The daughters of the earth.
It says like they were the heroes of their age or something?
Yeah, they were like, it said that they were men of old and men of renown. Like they were like the war heroes of the day.
You're like, wait a minute, is this superheroes?
I know, dude. I'm like, hold on a second. And like, as you do a little more study of like the actual word Nephilim and like, which I'm almost positive I'm pronouncing that correctly, but which I know my parents who are listening to this podcast are like, Ian, shut up about the Nephilim. You've been talking about them all week. But because it's just blowing my mind. Like, as you do a little more study about them, like they are like 10 to 12 feet tall. Okay. And they are huge, like physiques, like just.
Where are you getting this?
This is like the origin of the word.
Interesting.
Is what depicts like what they are. Because so in Genesis it says in this day Nephilim were on the earth, right? Also another place that a lot of information about them comes from the book of Enoch, which is not included in the Bible and is not considered scripture.
Right.
So it gets kind of dicey when you're like, the book of Enoch is truth. I personal belief that it is truth because Genesis also talks about Enoch being like a servant of the Lord. He walked with God. He was a favorable prophet. So like for him to just write down a bunch of crap doesn't really make sense to me. But there's a ton of information about them. I think
Jesus quotes the book of Enoch as well.
Jesus doesn't quote it.
When he talks about Satan falling from like lightning.
Jude quotes the book of Enoch directly. No other place in Scripture quotes the Book of Enoch directly.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is actually how they discovered what they found was the Book of Enoch. So it wasn't actually found until like the 1700s. I mean, it was around back in the day, but we didn't find it until like the 1700s when they found 3 identical manuscripts, and they knew what it was because they looked at a quote from the book of Jude that directly quoted this book, and they were like, oh, he's quoting the book of Enoch because he says Enoch said, and then reads it, and then they looked at it and they're like, oh, it's a word for word depiction of what Enoch already said. So, but anyway, like there's a lot of very detailed information about the Nephilim in that book.
Sure.
Which is where like they were just these huge things, people, I guess you could say. They were these huge people that like pretty much ruled I don't know, they didn't rule, but they were like these incredible warriors. And then I started thinking about Goliath, right? Because everybody's been like, Goliath was a giant, they said, right? He's a big dude. But he was not a Nephilim. Because Nephilim were on the earth before the flood.
Right.
Chronologically. So they didn't survive.
So they would have been wiped out.
Yeah, they would have been wiped out. So they couldn't have survived the flood, which is wild. So unless the angels did it again,
right,
he couldn't have been. But the Book of Enoch says that the angels who originally did that, there were 200 angels. They were taken out of the picture. I don't remember specifically what their punishment was. But anyway, so that's just been rattling my world lately. It's just been like going crazy.
The Book of Enoch is interesting because I looked into it a little bit a while back, but it's interesting because like a lot of this stuff, not just about the Nephilim, but about like a lot of the Christian understanding of angels and demons. A lot of that comes from the Book of Enoch. Yeah, because when you like even the idea of, I think a lot of the stuff of like Satan took a third of the angels and like
all that stuff, like
the fall of Satan and all that. Yeah. That's not present in our like 66 book, canonical Bible.
There's not a ton of information, but it talks about it a little bit here and there,
briefly, but it's not
right. Like we have these stories and like these images of like Satan, like bringing like a third of the angels and like doing, this and that and the other thing, and like I don't know, like, and a lot of that does come from the Book of Enoch, which isn't considered scripture because it's not quoted at, I figured this out too, it's not quoted as scripture from the apostles. So it's not considered scripture because any other time, like it's only mentioned in the book of Jude and he doesn't say the scriptures say. And any other time that they quote scripture, I think they said the scriptures say.
Interesting.
So that's just been like, whoa, really cool. And I've been enjoying doing that quite a bit. Other life update. Oh, dude, I've been watching the Transformers franchise.
Oh boy.
Have you watched it?
I've seen the first movie.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me sad. I was hoping we could chat about it.
Unfortunately, I mean we can, but I don't have anything to
say about it. That's okay. I think that everybody should watch at least Transformers 1 and 2. That's all I ask.
That's all you ask.
And from there, if you enjoy, 1 and 2. And then from there, if you enjoy them and you continue to watch them, you're welcome. But I just had to say that because that has just been super fun for me to watch. To watch the Transformers stuff because it's just such great, and like Shia LaBeouf does such a good job in those movies. He's hilarious. You don't think he's hilarious, do you?
No.
What?
That's okay though. We don't need to debate him.
Why though?
I don't know. I think he's more. I don't know. He just kind of bugs me, I guess.
Right now or back then? Because he's not the same person
back
he
then.
was. Back then,
I haven't seen him in anything recent.
He just did a movie. I haven't watched it yet. I do want to watch it. It's called like Saint Petro, I think it's called. Saint Petro, which is a pretty prominent Catholic figure. Oh. And he portrays him. Not betrays, but portrays him in that movie. and he talked about. I watched some interview. I went on a Shia LaBeouf rabbit trail on YouTube when I was on vacation.
Fun.
And he talked about like this like spiritual awakening he had from playing that role, and it was super cool for him, which is like good for him, dude. I don't like it when people are like, I'm super spiritual, but I'm not religious. That bugs me. That really bugs me. But it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I was gonna ask you this question.
Please ask me the question.
And this is a kind of a weird question. And if it's weird, like we can just move on.
Okay.
But I was thinking about this idea, right? Because I was talking to my brother Lincoln.
I thought you were gonna say my lawyer.
No, I was talking to my brother Lincoln about the Apostle Paul, right? Right? The Apostle Paul.
Yes. Sorry.
And we were just like
still on the lawyer thing.
Yeah. Still laughing about the lawyer thing.
Still laughing at my own joke. It's fine. Keep going.
We were just talking about the Apostle Paul, and we were like talking. You know how like Paul persecuted a lot of Christians before he went
right
or before he converted to Christianity, and like did an incredible work within the churches of spreading the gospel and all this stuff. And I was thinking, I was like, dude, do you ever think about like Paul entering the gates of heaven and what that was like? Like, do you think he like walked in and like looked to his left and he saw like this dude that he like brought to faith, and I was like, oh dude, what's up? You made it. And then he looked to his right and he was like, oh, I murdered that guy.
oh dang.
Oh dang, I murdered that guy. And he like walks up to him, right? The guy that he murdered. And he like walks up and he's like, bro, it's me. The guy that you like.
Remember? You remember?
Do you remember?
You
me?
remember?
It's like, number one, told you so. Number two, dude, you crushed it on earth for the faith, dude. Way to go. Like, and Paul's like, dude, I murdered you. You did.
That did happen. That was.
But dude, Galatians, straight fire. Are you kidding me? It's so good. I don't know. It's just the most funny thought to me to think about, like, even actually a lot. I'm sure a lot of like Christians that are in heaven, or believers that are in heaven now. I shouldn't say Christians. I can say Christian. I don't know.
I think that works.
That's further debated.
What?
No, it's not. Just believers. I'm just going to say
okay,
believers.
you go with believers. How about that?
I think a lot of believers that are in heaven, like, I wonder how many of them, like, I know this stuff probably doesn't happen in heaven.
Probably
It'd be
not.
fun if it did. But, like, I wonder how many of them, like, look around, they're like, oh, yeah, I definitely killed that guy. Like, because, like, people get saved, you know,
That's
after
true.
they've committed
But
some crazy
you got to
acts.
remember, this is everyone who's ever gone to heaven over the course of all of history.
Sure.
So there's billions and billions of people there, you know?
Oh, you don't think that will be buds up in heaven?
I don't know. I think
Makes me sad.
I
We're
think-
gonna podcast from heaven.
Dang
dude.
it. We're not going to be able to keep this going. Oh, crap. No, I don't know. I guess I haven't thought about that angle of it that much, but I think you'll go a long time without, like, you could not, just like on Earth, you're not going to see everybody.
Yeah, I
You know?
guess. I don't know. That part of heaven, like, kind of confuses me because I guess it's all part of like the eternity thing.
Right. Sure.
Like, I heard
so I
one-
guess in theory, if you're there in eternity, you could see everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
I heard one person say one time, like it'll be like, they're like, it's the most incredible thing. Like, can you imagine like Jesus just being like, hey, you and me, next 300 years, we're just gonna hang out. Be like, what? No way. Like, and it's a silly thought, but like to think that could happen, like, whoa, dude, that's crazy. Anyway. That's heaven, you guys. That's what heaven's
That's
gonna
what
be
that's
like.
what it's.
That's what that
that's
is.
what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. What is that from? That's what's up.
I think it was a Ghost Runners thing.
Oh yeah, it was. That's what's up.
Anyway, where are we at in our note here?
Elk River, get on your feet.
Another Ghost Runners reference. If you don't know, if you know, you know. That's only the same lines as the lives in your head rent free, but not as bad. Not
If
nearly
you know,
as
you
bad.
know. No, because it's just typed out most of the time.
So is the other thing.
No,
I guess the
other thing.
the TikTok voice reads it.
Yeah, this video lives in my head rent free.
Yeah,
that one sounded bad.
that's true.
Do you keep up with Ghost Runners at all? Like on their socials?
No, I haven't even listened to like the most recent 3 episodes.
Dude, they went to Florida.
Oh, I knew that was happening. I didn't
They
know
did it. They went
it.
to Florida and like got together with like 25 of their listeners.
That's fun.
Just hung out in this Airbnb for like a week.
For anyone who doesn't know, Ghost Runners is another podcast.
It's
about the same size as ours.
We're like loosely based on them, pretty loosely.
We were inspired by their podcast to be like, we should start a podcast.
Kinda. We had talked about it even before Ghost
If you want to, you should go listen to it. Give them a listen.
Go give them a listen. Tell them the recap podcast.
Tell them we sent you.
That'd be fun.
That'll be fun.
Where are we in our notes? I don't know.
We were in life recap. You were going to talk about the thing with Dexter.
Oh, right. Okay, Dexter. Here's the deal, man.
This is the Dexter. Like,
yeah, the Dexter. You're all Dexters, but this is Dexter. Mm-hmm. Number 1. What's up? I just wanted to say that last week Dexter asked us a question. He said, if you could invent any sport, what would it be and why and whatever. And we kind of took like a game show route thing, whatever. But then I remembered I have invented a sport and it exists currently.
really?
Yeah. So I had a hand in inventing a sport with my brothers when we were younger, and it kind of has grown into this thing that like kind of pretty much exists like around my neighborhood. It did a lot more when I was younger, but so it's called Bomb. B-O-M-B.
You guys made that up?
Yes.
What?
Yes. See, Colin has played it.
That's shocking to me.
It's called Bomb, and it involves a trampoline and a ball, and that's it. And so I will loosely explain the games. It can get pretty complicated if you really want to play like
With like the official rules.
like Olympic League rules, but the basic idea of it is you take like a basketball or like a soccer ball and you throw it up, and there's 4 people on the trampoline and 1 person on the ground. Okay. And or however many people on the ground, but there can only be 4 people on the trampoline at a time. And the king, who always has the ball on the ground, takes the ball and throws it up in the air and says the word bomb. And as soon as it touches the mat, or like the mat part of the trampoline, the bomb is activated. Okay. If the bomb touches you, then you're out. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so the goal is to not have it touch you, but it also is to like, you can kind of bounce it in a certain way where like it'll bounce and hit other people.
It like, when you step somewhere, it makes like the ground like sink in a little bit, so then it like rolls that direction.
Exactly right. So you can kind of like, maneuver the ball a little bit if you're good and like try to hit other people. And then the people on the ground, their job is to keep the ball on the trampoline. So they like push it back on.
Because it's going flying.
Yeah, and they can kind of like try to snipe you and stuff. They can't pick it up, but they can just whack it and like try to snipe them. And then if the ball happens to fall off the trampoline, the rules are everybody that's on the trampoline has to go to the opposite side and touch that like the mat that covers the string, or not the strings, the springs. Most trampolines have this. Some of them don't. In that case, just touch like the metal bar on the edge of the trampoline. But you touch the mat, and the last person to touch the mat is off. And then it just rotates, right? So then like last person.
So once there's one person left, they win, right?
No. Well, that's elimination.
Oh, once someone gets out, they become a king, right?
They become a king if there's nobody else on the ground. If there's only one person doing the ball thing, then yeah, they would become the king. If there's like 4 people, then they would go to the back of the line.
Gotcha. So there's like a rotation.
It's almost a rotation, yep. Cool. And it can just keep going forever. And it is so fun.
It's really fun.
When you get like...
I forgot about that. We should go play it after this.
Well, it'll be probably dark, but...
It's fine.
Okay. It's a really fun game, especially when you get a lot of people who are into it and like having fun. I've seen some wild things happen. Like, I think I saw somebody like dodge it with their back. They were like, because they got tripped or something. They were on the ground and just rolling around. And yeah, and you can like add penalties and stuff to it too. Like if you've been on for 5 rounds, then now you go to your knees and you can only be on your knees.
Ooh.
Or like 10 rounds and now you're like crawling and that's it, and you can only crawl. Stuff like that. It gets really fun. So Dexter, that's
his game.
My game that I have invented. I wouldn't call it a sport. It's not a sport.
I don't know if there's a technical difference, but
yeah, I don't know either. But it's a game.
Don't sell yourself short. It's a sport. Come on.
A sport. The sport of bomb. B-O-M-B. And it is super fun.
Super fun.
So I remembered that this week. So I was like, oh, I have to go back and tell him that I have a legitimate thing. So I did it.
That's the thing.
I have a legitimate thing. Oh, dude. I have a lot of like little pop-ins this week.
Give us one. We're already super far into this, and we have two more big things to get to. But go for it. Do it.
This might be another fail.
Okay.
Hunger Games ?
What about it?
You watch the Hunger Games?
Oh, I've seen the first one.
Oh my gosh, Colin. What the heck, man? Why
I didn't really like it. I don't know. I thought it was kind of dumb.
They're making a new Hunger Games.
I did see that. Yeah.
It's a big deal. I'm very excited.
It's a prequel, right?
It is a prequel, yes. So they're like kind of running with a Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
It might really backfire. I have a feeling that it won't be good. But I also have faith in movies before I see them. So anyway, that was stupid because you haven't seen the movies and you're not excited about it, but it's okay.
I'll go watch it with you, but
it's okay. Whoa. Okay, are we going to the game or are we going to the other thing?
Let's go game first.
Game first. I love it.
Let's do it.
You want to intro the game?
I do. This was supposed to be last week, but then we ran out of time, so that's an L, but it's fine. We are doing some would you rathers that were created by ChatGPT. If you don't know what ChatGPT is, it's
awesome.
It's that AI chatbot text thing that everyone's been talking about for like 2 months. So if you don't know, come on, get on the bandwagon. But we both got a couple would you rather questions that were made by ChatGPT. So keep that in mind. Don't criticize us if they're bad because we didn't make them, okay? Should I go first? Or you want to go first?
You go first.
Okay. My prompt or whatever for ChatGPT was give me some wacky would you rather questions.
Nice.
The first one, would you rather be able to communicate with squirrels or have the power to turn into a cactus at will?
Easy. Communicate with squirrels.
What'd you say, you think?
I would say, hey, do you guys really remember where you put all the nuts? Or do you forget?
And just randomly start digging somewhere?
Are you... Yeah, exactly. Actually, I would rephrase it. I would say, hey, I know that you guys are into acorns and stuff, but are you really just like secretly tree planters? And this is what you guys do? You just plant trees? Because that's my question. I want to know...
They're actually cannibals. That's where they get their food. But they're just planting the trees. The acorn's just about the trees.
Yeah, I would like to talk to squirrels. But besides...
you can talk to them now.
I want to be able to talk back.
Yeah. That's understandable.
And turn into a cactus at will?
Yeah. Whenever you want.
That's kind of cool. Just think you could spy on anyone in Texas.
The question is, what I wonder, I can't decide which would be more fun, is if you turn into like a regular looking cactus or you turn into an Ian-shaped cactus. You know?
Everybody turns into an Ian-shaped cactus.
Everyone, you become Ian for a moment.
Okay, guys, would you rather turn into a cactus for a minute or turn into me for a minute? Ask yourself that question.
Let us know. Let us know down below.
Would you rather? Yeah. Yeah, that's my answer to that one. Okay. Easy. That's weak sauce, man.
I'm sorry.
That's weak sauce.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's ChatGPT, okay? It wasn't me.
No, but it was okay. It was okay. All right, here's mine. Mine's not much better. Okay, would you rather travel to an alien... I don't know what my prompt was.
Okay.
Would you rather travel to an alien planet to explore it or have an alien visit and explore Earth?
The first one, for sure.
Really?
I think so.
Why?
Because it'd be cooler.
Okay. Why?
Oh, you want me to explain that? Well, the way I see it, you've got the alien that comes here.
Yeah.
It's like, that's cool. And it's like, hey...
You get to ask the alien questions.
But you know what? You go to an alien planet, there's a million aliens there. You can ask any of them any question.
Yeah, but they'll be bothering you with questions.
Yeah. And then once they get finished asking me questions, I can ask them questions. Maybe we go one question.
Wait your turn.
One question per person.
I like it. But here's the question you have to ask yourself. Mm-hmm. What is an alien planet?
I see where you're going with this. So you're saying it might not have aliens on it.
Exactly.
It might just be a boring nothing planet.
Like Mars.
Mars could be cool. You don't know. There might be aliens there. Don't even start with me.
Okay, sure. Martians, whatever. You know what's weird about Mars?
Tell me what's weird
and
about
like
Mars.
the fact that we think that there might be aliens there. We've already like.
Do we actually think that?
We've actually. I don't know.
think that.
I think it's pretty common in Hollywood. Like we've already given them a name. Like they're called Martians. Like what if they're not? What if they're over there? They live on Mars and they're called Marinians, and we're just like
Yeah, because they probably speak English and have a name for themselves, right?
wall.
Wall.
Yeah, no, that's another thing. What if their planet isn't even called Mars?
Yeah, what if we're calling it the wrong thing this whole time?
Yeah,
Think
they're
about that.
called Guitar Planet. Guitar Planet.
They have like a, I don't
They
know
have
what
kind of like an African accent, but mixed
There's
with a
almost-
little bit of Marness.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, we
okay.
don't even know.
Colin's like, oh, we don't even have to do this right now, Ian. Enough. You're
What
making
if-
it weird. You're
what
making
if
our Marinian listeners feel
They're-
uncomfortable.
you're hurting their feelings. This is not good for our.
I just want to say right now, if one day that we find life on Mars and they say our planet's called we're called Marinians, I want $1 million.
From who? Who do you think owes you that?
Not the government. You.
Okay.
I'll take it from you. Works for me.
Okay. But if we discover life on Mars and they refer to themselves as Martians, then you owe me $1 million.
Deal.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm glad we got
Glad
that all sorted out.
It's your turn for the would you rather.
Oh yeah, you already went.
I did. That was my first time.
A lot of animal ones. Oh my gosh, these are very similar. I didn't realize that. Okay. Would you rather be able to talk to animals, but they all hate you, or be able to talk to plants, but they all ignore you?
That's the same thing now. I can talk to plants, but they ignore me right now.
That's true.
So I'm going to go with the other one.
I mean, yeah. So what do you think that would, this is this is so stupid because
Colin picked them.
how much would that even change with the animals? Like you can talk to them, but they hate you. So
You're saying animals hate me?
yeah.
What?
No. I'm sorry. I'm saying if they hate you, they're just going to like run
me.
away or maybe ignore you anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Because I usually ignore the people that I hate.
So ChatGPT, this one gets
Yeah. ChatGPT.
0 stars. Bad job.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Bad boy.
Not good. I like to think of ChatGPT as my pet.
There you go.
Is that what you think?
No.
No.
Okay, I got another one.
Is it your friend?
This one's not terrible. Would you rather wear roller skates everywhere you go or have to wear a snorkel all the time?
Probably roller skates.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Just imagine roller skates now for a second. Here, bear with me here. You ever been to Disney World?
I have.
Okay. Have you ever been to a water park?
I have.
Disney World? Now
I've
think
not been to
of
one
the
at
most
Disney
fun
World.
thing you've ever done in a water park, and now put roller skates on your feet.
Okay. I see why you chose water park because the snorkel is just fine there.
That's not
Okay,
I just
well, it
thought
worked out for
I
you.
just thought slippery.
Slippery. Sure. Imagine sleeping with a snorkel.
Imagine ice skating gone.
That's
Imagine driving with
okay.
with
With some
roller
slight
skates.
modifications, you can make it work.
No, you're not allowed to modify.
Not the skates, the pedals.
Fair enough. Okay,
Hmm.
fair enough. How about like any sort of physical labor you wanted to do? Okay. How about the grocery store? Actually,
That'd be
grocery
kind of
store would be a
awesome.
big W.
That'd be so awesome.
Grocery store
you're,
would be a
pushing,
W.
you're pushing a cart around too. You're just
Yeah, no,
just
it'd
vibing.
actually be pretty
That's kind
cool.
of a vibe. Actually,
Your whole everything would be on wheels.
yeah.
Okay, I got another one. How about like, I want to go on a plane, but I have roller skates.
So I see no problem here.
I see no issue here.
I think the bigger problem would be you wouldn't make it through security. Can't take your shoes off.
Can't take your shoe. I can't take them off. But then you can't get on the plane. I can't. I don't know what
They probably
to do.
wouldn't let you get on with a snorkel either, though. They'd be like, "Sir, take the snorkel off." You'd be like, "Don't wanna." Unfortunately, I'm not gonna.
You ever read the Constitution? I reserve
You're
the
like,
right.
whip out your Bill of Rights. You're like,
I reserve
well, look at this.
the right snorkel right there.
What do you think about that, Mister?
CO. I don't think I would do either.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I didn't even know that was.
Well, when you write the rules next time, you can do
I
that.
didn't know we had written rules. That's cool.
They're on the note.
What?
The second note.
Oh.
Third from the top. No, notes. It says rules for podcast.
Rules for podcasts. Ian can change the would you rather.
Yeah, that's the third rule. See the second one? That one's only for you. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Would you rather be able to control the weather, but every time you do, you have to wear a tutu?
What?
Or, okay, have the power to turn anything into a frog, but you have to kiss them on the nose to turn them back. This is a hard question.
Clarifying question.
Yes.
What do you mean? How long am I wearing this tutu? Is it just
while you control the weather?
So okay. So let's imagine it's raining.
Yeah.
I decide I want it to be sunny.
Correct.
While it's sunny, I'm wearing the tutu.
Yes.
The moment I stop wearing the tutu / controlling the weather,
Yes.
it goes back to rainy, or goes back to however it would naturally be.
Correct.
In that moment.
Correct. Also, you're wearing nothing but the tutu.
Oh my goodness. So
Just saying.
I was honestly going to go this direction no matter where this clarifying question went, so I don't know why I asked it, but definitely the frog one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
frog one.
because honestly, most of the things I want to turn into a frog, I wouldn't want to turn back.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You wouldn't like change your little brother into a frog just because one day, like you're mad at him,
Yeah, maybe test it out.
stick him in your pocket, walk around with him. Imagine airport security with that one. Just be like, take the snorkel off. Nope, you're a frog now. Walk away. That would be wild.
We're making some like crazy would you rather universe where multiple would you rathers have. Oh, yeah.
That's cool. I can fly while holding my breath, but I have a snorkel
Oh
on,
my
so sometimes
gosh.
it gets difficult. Anyway,
Whoa.
do you have another one?
That's all I got for you.
Okay. Would you rather be able
You
to
have a ton.
fly
What do you
like
have?
Superman, but only while wearing a tutu and a tiara? Or have the power to turn any object into a giant cheeseburger, but you have to eat it all in one
I'm concerned
sitting?
with your amount of tutu content here.
This is ChatGPT, man.
It's not me, I swear. It's ChatGPT.
It's ChatGPT.
Okay. So Superman, but I have to wear a tutu and tiara
Yes.
while flying.
Yes.
And I can turn anything into a burger. But what?
A giant cheeseburger,
Sorry.
but you have to eat it all in one sitting. So like I could turn you into a giant cheeseburger, but I have to eat you
Okay. In one sitting.
in one sitting. And if you don't, because I knew you were going to ask that question, what happens if I don't?
I die.
No. Your close loved ones get their own cheeseburgers as well, but they have to eat them in one sitting too.
So it spreads.
Yes.
The cheeseburger
spreads like wildfire, dude.
The cheeseburger spreads. But I guess what I'm not understanding is what happens if they don't eat their cheeseburger?
Continues to spread.
Then what happens once everyone has a cheeseburger?
They turn into cheeseburgers, and then you have to eat them too.
Okay.
Just realize that this cheeseburger thing is nothing to mess around with. Okay?
I got you. So at first I was thinking just go with the cheeseburger one and then don't use it ever. But now I'm thinking we go with the Superman one because most of the time just don't use it. But honestly, I don't really care. If I can fly, I'll wear whatever.
I feel the same way. I would fly.
I'm flying.
I would fly for sure.
It's you guys.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Do you think I
think
have
we're missing
shame?
the point.
I am flying through the air.
I got no strings on me.
I don't think you're grasping this concept. I'm flying.
Flying.
Not like jumping.
Superman.
Not like anything else. Just
I'm flying.
flying.
Okay, I got another one. Should we do one more?
Yeah, do one more.
Okay. Would you rather have the power to time travel, but every time you do, you have to wear a tutu? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not real. It's not even a joke. Would you rather have the power to time travel, but every time you do, you end up in a random time period there you have to find your way back? Or be able to speak every language in the world fluently, but you have to speak in rhythm every time you do?
The
Oh, I'm sorry, not rhythm, rhyme. You have
Oh.
to speak in rhyme.
The language one, for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think the time travel one isn't really useful.
Sure.
You know? Is everything okay over there? You just playing with your mic? What are you doing?
So when my microphone is over the top of my laptop,
Yeah.
I hear like a little bit of like a in my ears. When it's not, I don't hear
Is it picking up the fan noise from your computer, maybe?
Nope.
Nope, it's not that.
No, because this is the fan noise.
I don't have my headphones on, but
Okay, well,
but they can hear.
it's
that's
crazy,
cool.
guys.
That's
You
insane.
hear it? Sorry.
What was
So
I
you would
saying?
go with the language one, but
Yeah,
you have
'cause
to
I
speak
think-
and rhyme. You'd be a really good rapper.
Or a really bad rapper.
True. Could be either.
You can rhyme and still suck at rapping. Believe me.
Okay. I believe you.
Do not ask me how I know.
Okay, I believe you.
But yeah, I think you can. I think I could pretty casually speak and rhyme. I think I could do it.
Do it right now.
Okay.
Lead us into the next segment here.
Yeah.
That was game time, you guys. Lead us into the next segment here while speaking in rhyme.
I will do that for you, Ian. The next segment that I'm seeing in our notes right here is something that it was really cool when I sat down in my chair and thought of this. This is dumb. I can't do it. Okay. But
He can't do it, you guys. He said he could casually do it, but he
well,
can't.
no,
do it.
I guess what I meant by that is like, is it you have to like with your current abilities, or you're suddenly like given the like
No.
all you.
No, you're not given the ability to do that.
You're
You'd
not
have to
given
learn how to do that. You can know every language immediately,
So it's
but
like
you have
a-
to figure out.
I can still speak without rhyming, but I'm just not allowed to.
You can't speak any other language except for your fluent, the one you know. Like you're born, like okay, you're English, right? So you can't
Right,
speak
so
any
what I'm
other
saying
language
is-
but English without rhyming.
The only way I know how to talk in those other languages is by rhyming.
No, you just have to do it
You
that
just
way.
have to. You just have to.
Yeah,
So I do know how. I'm just not allowed to not.
sure.
That's more difficult. I'd still go with that one though. I'd figure it out.
I'd be really good at it.
I'd be so good at it.
You're
you
really
guys.
good, but really fast.
I know. I
fast.
said I couldn't rhyme this. I couldn't do the thing, but I can do it.
But I
Figure
can
it out.
totally do the thing.
Okay, for real though, our next segment.
Yeah, we're gonna
is-
finish it out with this segment.
It's called Colin and Ian Give Advice.
That is what it's called.
And in this segment, Colin and Ian, I think, are going to, give advice, right?
No, that's the other segment.
Shoot.
This one is Ask Men Anything.
That's the name of the thread. Does that work on the segment too?
No. I'm just, okay. So here's what's going on. I am on Reddit currently right
Ian
now.
found a Reddit.
And I found a subreddit called Ask Men Anything.
Anything.
Anything. Okay. And we're going to read these, and it's an advice thread, right? So
We got just the appropriate ones.
people
don't
are
worry.
asking for, well, we're reading them all. No, I'm just kidding.
Every single thing on this Reddit.
People are asking advice, and we're going to do our best to answer them. We're not going to get into it, the reasons why. So if you guys have asked these questions and you're listening, we're not going to get into why. We're just going to answer it, and you're going to take our word for it because we have a podcast. Okay? Here we go. What happens if I push this button?
This is riveting. What's happening?
It like changed stuff when I pushed this button.
Oh, cool.
But I'd like to unpush it. Well, it's too late. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Which should I do? Work a job that doesn't that you okay, sorry. Let me restart.
Okay.
Which should you do? Work a job that doesn't pay good, but you enjoy it, or work a job that pays a lot, but you hate it? What do you think, Colin?
Obviously depends on the specifics, but broadly speaking, I would go the one that you don't like but pays good.
Really?
For sure. Yep. I would do it.
Fascinating.
You go the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right away I would do the other one. Really?
Yeah.
So you think that your work is more important than your happiness. The money is more important than your happiness.
I think I can work a job I don't like.
I didn't say you didn't like it. I said you hate it.
Okay. I can work a job I hate, and I can do something I don't like or I hate for a given amount of time if it means that I'm able to invest in the future, if you will, or just, save up money and have money. Like it's kind of a short-term loss, long-term gain type of thing, I think.
Sure. I mean, if that's your opinion.
I think I don't know, it just seems like if you do one you hate or you like that it's not making much money, like that's great while you have that job, and then you don't have that job. And it's like, well, that sucks now. Yeah. You have no money.
Fair enough.
Or less money.
I just want to say real quick, you guys need to make your own decision. Don't listen to us for I'm just kidding.
Definitely don't listen to Colin.
Don't listen to Colin. He is out of it.
He's a silly goose.
Oh, here's a question from...
You're not going to share your thoughts?
Somebody. Oh, I said I would do the other one.
Okay.
Just because I think it's more important to love what you're doing than to be paid so much. If you're not getting paid enough for loving your job, then you can go find another job that you love to do that pays more, maybe. But don't sit there miserable, because I've worked with people who hate their job but it pays well, and it's not the kind of thing that you can go home and turn off. Maybe they're just different, and some people can turn it off. I'm not saying that like nobody can.
I think I could.
But like, think about your job. Like, you spend 8 hours of your day at your job, minimum, right? Or average, I should say. Okay. So you spend 8 hours of your day at your job, average. Okay. So let's say 9 to 5. Okay. 9 to 5. You get home. Let's say you're in bed by 10. So you have 5 hours at home, but 8 hours of your day at work. So the majority of your life is taken up by this thing that you hate. That seems like a sad existence to me.
Well, I think you got to keep in mind, no one said you had to do this job for the rest of your life.
True.
So,
but you're gonna have to do it for you're gonna have to do it for a reasonable amount of time in order to even make it worth it.
Maybe, yeah. But you also have, you've got the weekend. And I don't think, like, no matter what job you're doing, you're still working. Yes, there's jobs you can like, but it's still work, So it's still time that I don't have to do what I'd rather be doing, not working.
Yeah.
So my thought is just like, if I got to do something while working, I might as well do the thing that makes me more money.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. And it depends too, I guess.
And again, it depends on like the exact circumstances, right? If it's like a tiny bit more money for a job I hate way more,
right,
then it's one thing. But if it's, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Moving on.
I
think we solved that guy's problem for him.
No, we didn't. We gave him two completely different answers.
Two opposite answers. He offered us two possibilities, and we each gave him one of them.
Exactly.
So it's good stuff.
So, you got a good question on your hands. Okay, this one's great. Okay, this one is asked, I presume, yeah. So a girl asked this question to guys.
Okay.
It says, how to let a guy know that you're interested in them? I got the answer. Just tell him.
Oh, yeah.
Just tell him. If you're sitting here waiting for us to pick up on hints,
we don't do it.
We don't do it. My girlfriend knows this too well. I'm so bad at hints.
Sometimes we'll do it like 3 years later while we're laying in bed in the middle of the night and be like, oh, wait, she was flirting with me. Wait a sec.
Hang on.
Wait
a second. Wait, go back. No, but my girlfriend does know this. I'm terrible at hints. She's like, I can't think of a circumstance, but she'll be like, you're supposed to know that. And I'm like, I don't know the thing.
There's something I'm supposed to know. You just got to tell me.
You just got to tell me. Otherwise, we're both going to be upset because I'm mad at myself now because I suck at something. I can't pick up on hints. And you're mad that I didn't do the thing. So if you just tell me, then I'll do the thing. Mm-hmm. Probably.
And anyway. if you can't handle doing that, like just telling them, I think the other option is just like
stop liking them. I'm just kidding.
just shut up because it's
over.
No, just like spend as much time around him, I think, as you can, because he'll eventually notice you, You know,
You know what'll happen? You'll spend a ton of time around this person, right? That you like, and all of a sudden they'll go,
wait a second,
I like her.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's no way she likes me.
Right.
And then
at that point, then you say something.
Yeah, then you say something.
Or maybe he will. I don't know.
He won't.
He won't.
He won't. This guy's a loser. Okay. Jennifer, move on from him.
For real.
Okay. He's a loser. Move on to the next guy. That's loser talk.
Move on to the next guy so that you cannot tell about your feelings. It's fine.
Exactly. Okay. This one says, someone said my YouTube channel is trash. Are they right? No.
Oh, wait, I wrote that.
No.
No, it's not trash.
Your YouTube channel is not trash. Keep doing what you're doing.
It's not.
Keep doing what you're doing. It might be trash. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
But you know what? That's the cool thing is you got to start somewhere. So maybe it is trash.
Yeah.
But you can improve.
Yeah.
Anything else on that? You got any more?
I'm getting there.
You're scrolling.
Yeah. Just give me 1 second
Okay,
here.
I'll talk a little bit.
What are signs that a guy is interested in you?
Let's see. Just making stomach noises into the microphone over here.
So when a guy is interested in you, he will do 3 things every single time.
Every time.
Okay. Every single time these 3 things will occur. Number 1, he'll start foaming at the mouth. Okay, I'm just being silly. These 3 things actually do happen. Okay. Number 1, he gets nervous when he's around a girl that he's interested in. Mm-hmm. These are all beginning stages things, right? He's gonna get nervous around you because he doesn't know how you feel. You don't know how he feels. You know, emotions are high, tensions are crazy, and you don't know what's going on. You know, you're doing all that weird stuff that people who are in love do. Whatever.
Right.
Okay. So he's going to get nervous. Number 2 is he's going to ask you a lot of questions, which is a big problem. I'll say this really quick to any of you guys out there. Stop asking the questions because you're not going to have anything to say once you start wanting to get to know this person over text. Okay. Save your questions for texting. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. But he'll ask you a lot of questions because he wants to know more about you. He wants to get a feel for you. And 2, like guys want to hear the girl talk.
Okay.
Okay. Like they're sitting there going, how can I get her to just like stand there and talk to me so I can just stand here and listen? Like this is my one goal. I just want to listen, right? Because we don't like conversation. Now this is like guys like
These sound like things that are very specific to you.
I should say guys like me do this. And number 3, when a guy's interested, I'm coming up with these on the spot, by the way. Number 3, the third thing that a guy will always do when he's interested in you is, actually, this one's true. If he's really interested in you for the right reasons, then like he'll just be nice to you. And a guy should be nice to everyone. I think, not just a guy. Everyone should be nice to everybody.
Guys,
but
be nice to each other.
Guys, be kind to one another. But I think that when a guy is interested in a girl, they'll go out of their way to be nice to that person in hopes of that person noticing how nice they are. I think. Isn't that how it went with you and Rachel? Not Rachel. Sorry.
Not Rachel. Vanessa, correct?
I'm sorry, Vanessa. When we first did that bit before the mics were rolling, it was Rachel, and I'm still stuck on Rachel. Is that how it went for you and Vanessa?
I think for me, my 3 signs.
Sounds like a small group leader, like small group.
For me, it's got to be prayer.
I think for me,
it's reading my Bible
got to be
more.
prayer, reading my Bible, and spending time with the Holy Spirit are the 3 things that I can work on in my relationship with Christ.
I just need to be really intentional about my Bible study. I'll stop now.
Yeah, this is getting bad.
No, I think that obviously I totally agree with your first one, right?
Yep.
At least for me, I get super nervous around girls I like.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's bad.
It is funny.
Generally, I'm a lot quieter, but I'm just a quiet person. Honestly, that's not as specific to this type of situation. It's just like around people I don't know super duper well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's one of those things that varies from person to person.
Right, which is the worst thing.
Yeah, this is great advice.
Like, how do you know when a guy's interested in you? It kind of depends on the guy.
I think one solid like sign is if he tries to find reasons to spend time with you, you know, that's a pretty good indicator. Maybe he's just nice. Maybe he just, I don't know.
You know, like if he overhears you and your friend talking about how you're going to go to the mall or whatever girls do, right? And then you like see him at the mall. That's not a coincidence. Guys don't go to the mall, okay? Unless they're with their girlfriends or their mom. So if he's with those two things, well, if it's a girlfriend, then he's probably not interested in you, hopefully. If it's his mom.
If he is, then you got bigger problems.
If it's his mom, then like either he doesn't want to be at the mall or he didn't want to go alone. So he like convinced his mom. If the mom looks confused, like, I can't believe this is happening, then he likes you. Okay. If the mom doesn't look confused, 50-50.
Which that's always a good, guys, if you're trying to get a girl and you find out she's going to be at the mall, the best way to impress her is to go to the mall with your mom.
Oh yeah.
You know, they love that.
They do.
They're like, man.
Because it shows that you care about shopping, that you don't care if
people know you have a mom.
Right.
Because that can be embarrassing.
No, it's not. I love my mom. I'm not embarrassed to go anywhere with her. And I mean that. I'm really not. Why would I be? Is this a real thing you're saying?
Yeah, I can't stand that I have a mom. I'm kidding. Obviously.
I'm just kidding, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, that just seems like a very like middle school thing to do. You know, like, Mom, get away from me. I don't want my friends to know you're here.
Stop. I don't want my friends to
stop
see
it.
The movie's rated G, right? Mom, stop. I don't even know why I have to do this. It's stupid. Gosh. Okay, sorry.
Turn into Napoleon Dynamite really quickly.
Gosh. Turn into Napoleon Dynamite really quickly. I have to put my pillow behind my back.
Important stuff.
Because it makes my back feel good.
It's good.
Anyway, last question. I think we'll just do one more.
All right, let's end with the last question.
Should I?
We do one more.
Sure. Like two more?
No, just the one more.
It says this. Should I message her again? I messed up the first time.
These people love their lack of context. That's fun.
The answer is yes. Message her again.
Yeah. Generally, yeah. You probably didn't mess it up as bad as you think you did. Maybe he did. I'm saying that. I'm like,
this might be a really bad idea, dude. But we're going to go with yes.
Think about it, and then probably yes. Otherwise, don't.
Think about it this way. Like in sincerity, for real though. Like
for actually is what you meant to say. Is the actual term, I think.
Exactly.
The correct way to say it.
For actually though, think about the way you messed up and ask yourself, would I be upset if she reached out to me? Mm-hmm. Like if she screwed up and then she reached out to you, would you be like, the nerve, right? Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he did that.
And again, assuming this isn't something terrible that you messed up the first time, worst thing that she can do is
not respond,
ignore you, or be like, don't ever text me again.
Yeah.
In which case you're like,
that'll hurt bad, but
then you'll know.
True.
You know? So
but at that point, really hurt.
Yeah, but at that point you have your answer. And you're like, you know what? Cool.
Moving on with my life.
Yeah.
Boom. Next.
Then just binge all of our episodes, you know?
Yeah. It'll help you.
Eat some microwave popcorn.
Eat some microwave popcorn.
Get
yourself some regular
Sonic.
popcorn. Some Sonic. Watch the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
Binge
Hunger
the
Games.
recap podcast.
Binge the recap
Hunger
podcast.
Games.
Is this
read
helping?
the Bible.
I hope this is helping you.
Study the Nephilim. Study the Bible. Read the Old Testament because it's whack. Like in a good way. Yeah. Those are so. Yes, text her back. Text her back.
In short, probably yes.
How are you going to feed the ducks if you don't text her back?
That's true. If you're not setting your life up in such a way that you can be feeding the ducks, then what are you doing?
And what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
Let us know. All right.
They're listening to a podcast, Colin.
Besides that, a lot of times people do other things. They multitask. Come on.
Yeah, everybody's driving. Get
I thought
out
you were
of the
good at
left
improv.
lane.
Yes, and you gotta carry that.
What?
I don't know.
Yes, and I've heard that idea before.
It's like
What
an
is-
improv idea. So like if someone in like an improv situation, if someone would say something, you'd like accept that premise and then add to it.
Oh, do that again. Let me try quick.
Okay.
I'm ready.
What else are you doing besides listening to the podcast?
Probably shaving.
Maybe shaving. Maybe you are bowling. I don't know.
It could be bowling. If
We're-
you did
we're so
bowl,
good at improv.
Great job on the strike. Could be shaving. Okay. All right. That's it.
That's it
We're
for the
done with the
podcast
episode,
today.
guys. Have a great week. I hope you enjoyed this one.
If you have advice you'd like us to give, if you have a question,
If you have advice you'd like us to give, please let us know what it is so we can tell you.
yep. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.